Hello everyone. As we are discussing in my previous lectures about the various special journal entries and or how we record the journal entries in the books of the journal. We discussed about the certain cases, like we discussed about the banking transactions, we discussed about the loan transactions, we discussed about the depreciation transactions, we discussed about the bad debts, we discussed about the debtors, creditors, payment, receiving, assets, and various others. Or we have discussed that before doing the entries in the journal book, we have to identify the name of the accounts that are involved in your journal entry, and we have to find out that this name of the accounts will come under which nature of accounts. Today also we discussed about other entries that have been left in my previous lectures. That is of opening entry, and that is a very important entry to be posted in journal entry. And that really make very confused to the students. Now, what is this opening entry? And why it is very important to post and why it is very confusing to post in the general books? I have told you in accounting, this accounting period is of 1 year. An accounting period, next year we start with a fresh accounting period. No accounting period is responsible for another accounting period. We have to make the financial statements freshly for every accounting period in our general books. As the accounting period gets over, that accounting book also get closed and we start with the fresh accounting book. Now there are certain payments or there were the certain liabilities, assets, there were certain payments to be received, to we have to be given for the previous accounting period. And if we close that all accounting period, all the books, we have to again, if I would receive the payment, then what I have to do, I will just open that previous accounting period books and have to check, and that becomes very hectic and very time taking process for the companies. So what the companies do, the balance that remains with the company in the form of the stock or payment received or given, assets or liabilities, companies show it as the closing. Companies show it as the closing stock or closing balances. And that all closing balances will transfer to the next accounting period as the opening balances. So opening entry is the entry that has been posted to record all the opening balances of the accounting period, of the previous accounting period, so that they can be start freshly in the next accounting period, and only the balances can be carried forward of the previous accounting period. Or I can explain it further. All the enterprises closes their books of account at the end of every year. In this process, all the nominal accounts are closed by transferring them to the profit and loss account, and all personal and real account balances are carried to the next year, known as closing balances of the respective accounts. Such closing balances become the opening balances for the next year, and therefore an opening journal entry is passed at the beginning of the year. At the time of passing in opening entry, all the assets are debited individually, whereas capital liabilities are individually credited as shown below. So what we do in the case of the opening entry? In the case of the opening entry, as it is a rule of the journal entry, the debit should be always be equal to the credit. In all the entries, we make debit and credit equal. In opening entry also, we make the debit and credit equal, as assets is equals to the liability plus capital. So if there are the closing balances of assets, just what you do, you just record all the assets as the debit balance. For example, I have the closing balance of building machinery, I have the closing balance of plants, I have the closing balance of furniture. This all transferred to my fresh accounting period as the opening entry, and I will debit the balances of all these accounts. Asset accounts debit, like machinery account debit, plant account debit, depreciation account debit, all the entries I will do in my debit column. Now, if there were the closing balances of liabilities, like there was a closing balance of creditors, there is a closing balance of any loan, there is a closing balance of any liability that you have to they pay. So, in that case, all the accounts of the liabilities become credit. After that, what we have to do? It's not necessary that when you are posting your opening entry, debit comes equal to the credit, but we have to do it. Means in every entry, debit should be equal to the credit. So what will have to do in this case? In this case, what you do, for example, my asset side total balance is rupees 10,000 and my liability side total comes 5,000. Asset is coming 10,000 and liabilities is coming 5,000. Means my debit side is more than 5,000 of my credit side. So in credit side, what I do, I just make one account that is known as the capital, means transfer the remaining amount that is left, that is shortage of in credit side as the capital. And my entry becomes like asset account debit, liabilities account debit to capital account. Now this is the case when debit is not equal to the credit and credit amount is short of debit amount. I will transfer the amount in capital. But what will I do when debit side is short of credit side? Means that total of debit side is less than the total of the credit side. In that case, what you do, you transfer the amount in debit side under cash account. So if the amount of liability side is coming shortage of asset side, the amount will be transferred to the capital account in the credit side only. And if the amount of asset side is short of liability side, then that amount will be transferred to the cash account. The entry will be same, capital equals to asset plus liability. Now today we start with some journal entries. Just we discussed some of the journal entries in the session. First journal entry. On 1st April 2023, Ram started a business with cash rupees 5 lakh. 1st January 2023, Ram started a business with rupees 1,23,000. Now, how 5 lakh rupees? Now, how you post this entry in your journal books? What rule I have told you? You just have to identify the accounts. And then you have to link the accounts with the nature of accounts. So, in this entry, how many accounts are involved? Who is starting the business? Ram is starting the business. With which part he is starting the business? He is starting the business with cash rupees 5 lakh. So, two accounts are there. First account is cash account and another account is Ram account. Cash and Ram. Cash comes under real account because cash is an asset and assets come under the real account. Ram is a person and Ram comes under the personal account. But Ram has started the business. So Ram is the owner of the company. Because Ram is the owner of the company and I have told you, owner name didn't come in the general books. The amount that is given by the owner will be shown as the capital in my general book. So, I have to make the accounts of the company. For the company, cash is an asset and asset is coming to the business. The rule of asset is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is coming to the business as it is an asset, debit what comes in. So, cash is coming to the business, cash account becomes debit. Now, who is giving this cash to business? Ram is giving this cash to the business. Ram comes under the personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is the giver? Ram is the giver. So, Ram should be credited. But because Ram is the owner of the business, Ram name will not be shown in our accounting books. So, Ram will be represented by the capital account. So, capital account will be credited. So, entry becomes cash account debit to capital account. What way? We debit the cash account and we credit the capital account. So, entry will become cash account debit to capital account. Next entry I am discussing. On 1st April 2023, Vinod started business with cash rupees 1 lakh, furniture rupees 2 lakh and building rupees 10 lakh. Now here what is happening? Vinod started the business. Vinod becomes the owner of the business. But he is starting the business with three things. Cash, furniture and building. Means we are making the accounts of the company. Means in company, 3 assets are coming. First asset is cash, another asset is furniture, third asset is building. And the rule of the asset is debit what comes in. means all the assets have to be debited in the accounts of company books. So what entry I will make? I will debit all these accounts. I will debit the furniture, I will debit the cash, I will debit the building. Amount becomes 1 lakh plus 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh plus 10 lakh, 13 lakh will come in my asset side. But there is nothing on my liability side. And debit will always be equal to the credit. Asset should always be equal to the liability. So what I will do in this case? Because we know this giving this. So we know this giving this amount, we know debit the receiver, credit the giver. We know there is the owner of the business and the owner name doesn't come in my accounting books. So owner will be credited. So what entry I will do here? Cash account debit, furniture account debit, building account debit to capital account. 3 accounts will be debited and only capital account will be credited. The amount of capital account will come 13 lakh. Cash 1 lakh, furniture 2 lakh, building 10 lakh. 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 1, 13. 13 lakh will comes under the account of capital. I think clear with the entry? Entry will be cash account debit, building account debit, furniture account debit to capital account. Cash account 1 lakh, furniture account 2 lakh, building account 5 lakh, capital account becomes 13 lakh. Clear with my entry? Understood? Next entry I am discussing on opening. On 1st April 2023, Mohan books of account shows cash 16,000, stock 54,000, debtors 47,000, furniture 42,000, creditors 37,000 and capital 1,22,000. Now this is the entry of opening entry and I have to post it in my general books. Now what is the general rule of the general books? In the opening entry all the assets become debit, all the liabilities become credit and additional balance is if there. If it is shortage on credit side, it will come under capital account and if it is shortage under debit side, it will come under cash account. So what entry I will do in this case? I will do cash account debit, stock account debit, debtors account debit, furniture account debit. Amount is 16,000 plus 54,000, 70,000, 70,000 plus 47,000. It's become 1,17,000. Plus furniture 1,19,000, 1,59,000. So what I am discussing with you, we are discussing this entry. Entry is cash rupees 16,000, stock rupees 54,000, debtors 47,000, furniture 42,000. Just make the total of these books 16,000 plus 54,000 plus 47,000 plus 42,000. This amount becomes 1,59,000. Here creditors is 37,000 and capital is 1,22,000. 1,22,000 plus 37,000 becomes 1,59,000. Means debit becomes equal to the credit. We don't have to transfer any amount to anywhere. In this entry also, if credit side comes less than the debit side, in this entry additional amount will be showed as the additional capital. Means इस एंट्री में कैपिटल अमाउंट आपको दिया हुआ है, पर अगर फिर भी हमारा अमाउंट क्रेडिट साइड का डेबिट साइड से कम आता है, इफ डेबिट अमाउंट्स कम लेस देन credit amount comes less than the debit amount, then also you have to make equal debit to the credit. In that case, you transfer the balance amount in credit side under the head of additional capital account. Means in all the general entries, whether it is opening or closing entry, debit amount should be equal to the credit only. No general entry will be recorded in the case debit is not equal to credit, because it affects my accounts and it will create problems in making my accounts and financial statements. Next entry, here is on 1st April 2023, Vikas books of accounts show cash rupees 30,000, bank rupees 10,000, stock rupees 80,000, debtors rupees 48,000, furniture rupees 7,200. creditors 25,000 and bank loan 20,000. Now, very easy method to post a general entry of opening entry in the general books. You just identify in your entry of opening that what name of accounts are given to you, and this name of accounts comes under which head, whether they are assets or whether they are liabilities. If they are assets, you just easily debit all the assets. If they are liabilities, you just credit all the liabilities. Like in this case, if you are looking to the entry, this cash is asset, this bank is asset, this stock is asset, debtors is asset, furniture is also an asset. So these 5 accounts should become under the debit side. How I post these accounts in my debit side? I will post as cash account debit, bank account debit, opening stock account debit, debtors account debit, furniture account debit. And amount will be same as it is written in front of these accounts. Furniture 7,200, debtors 48,000, stock 80,000, bank 10,000 and cash 30,000. If you make total of these all, total will come 30,000 plus 10,000, 40,000, 40,000 plus 80,000, 1,20,000, 1,20,000 plus 48,000, 1,68,000, 1,68,000 plus 7,200, 1,75,200. So the total of debit side becomes 1,75,200. Now what total amount is coming in creditor side? The credit side is there is only 2 things or 2 accounts under credit side. That is creditors and bank loan, because they both are the liabilities. And the total of the amount is 25,000 plus 20,000 means it is 45,000. So I have told you 1,75,000 under asset side and 45,000 under liability side, means asset is not, debit is not equal to the credit. So what I will do? I will just deduct 1,75,000 minus 45,000. It's become 1,35,000. This 1,35,000 amount will be transferred to the capital account. Entry will become cash account debit, bank account debit, stock account debit, debtors account debit, furniture account debit, 2 creditors account, 2 bank loan account, 2 capital account. And under capital account, amount will come the balance of the amount that is remained, means from the amount debit side is greater than the credit side. Clear with this my entry? Once again I am discussing all the 4 entries. In the case of opening balances transfer, opening balances means you are transferring the closing balances of the previous accounting period into the next accounting period, or you are carrying forward the balances that you have to carry in the next accounting period will be transferred from the previous accounting period. In my previous accounting period, all the entries of the nominal account are transferred in the profit and loss account, and all the entries of assets and liabilities come under the balance sheet. Now that balances that left with me have to be transferred in next accounting period, because that previous accounting period got closed and I have to work on the fresh accounting period. So the things that I have to transfer in my next accounting period that I am carrying to next accounting period. That is called as the, or we can say the closing balances of the previous accounting period will be the opening balances of the next accounting period. Now what I have to do further? Just I have to, in the rule of the opening entry is, all the assets should be debit, all the liabilities should be credit, and the amount rest will be transferred to the capital. The opening journal entry is asset equals to liability plus capital. Debit should be always be equal to the credit. So what you will do before posting the opening entry? What you do, students? What you do? If opening entry comes in your exams, firstly just identify the name of the accounts that we have been giving to you in the questions. Like we have various entries are there and the number of accounts are given in these entries. Secondly, what you do? This particular name of accounts, you just identify whether they are assets, whether they are liabilities. Assets can be any. It can be current assets, it can be fixed assets. Liabilities can be any. It can be current liability, it can be fixed liability. Now what you do? All the assets account, debit all the assets. All the assets that are given in your opening entry, just debit all the assets. Credit all the liabilities. All the liabilities that are given to you, credit all the liabilities. Now just make the total of debit side and credit side. If debit and credit side total is coming equal, then your entry get closed. End the entry. But if your debit side is not coming equal to the credit side is coming short of debit side, then transfer the amount in capital account in credit side only. But if debit side is coming short of credit side, in that case transfer the particular amount in cash. Clear with this my entry? I have discussed today these all opening entries with you. Just make it very clear in your mind. Before posting opening entry, you just have to identify your assets and liabilities. Owner name doesn't came in your accounting books. The amount given by the owner will be shown as the capital in my books. If any amount is withdrawn by the owner from my company, will be shown as the drawings. Capital is always credited when the owner is giving you the amount, and drawings are always debited, because when owner withdraw the amount, it will always be debited. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now we discuss other journal entries. That is very important. First one. On 1st April 2023, there is a cash purchases of rupees 20,000. So what I will do in this entry? First thing that you have to keep in mind, I have told my previous lectures also, there is no goods account. There is no goods account with it. We have stock account, we have purchase account, we have sales account. If goods are purchasing in a company, it will be shown as the purchase account. If we are selling out the goods, it will be shown as the sale account. And if there were the stock of the goods, it will be shown as the stock account. There is no goods account in our book. Now, when we discuss about the first entry is on 1st April 2023, cash purchase is rupees 20,000. What entry I will do in this case? What name of accounts are involved in this entry? As is in a cash purchase, accounts that are involved will be purchase account and cash account. Purchase account and cash account. You can say that purchase is an expense, is a direct expense, because when you purchase your goods, it is directly involved in the manufacturing. So purchase, you can say it as a direct expense also. And expenses comes under the nominal account. A rule of nominal account is all the expenses are debit. So purchase is an expense. It is a direct expense for the company that is using directly in the company manufacturing. Therefore, purchase account will be debited. This purchase has been done in the form of cash, and cash comes under the real account. The rule of real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. When I purchase the goods, the cash will be gone from the company to purchase it. I have to give the cash for purchasing the goods. So credit what goes out? Credit is going from the company. So what entry I will post for this transaction? Entry will be purchase account debit to cash account. And the amount will be 20,000. So purchase account debit to cash account. Next case. On 9th April 2023, sold goods to Rama at the list price of rupees 60,000 at a trade discount of 10%. Students, if you remember, we have taken the lecture on the discount. That there are the two discounts. First is there is cash discount, and another one there is a trade discount. What is the difference between the two? Cash discount and trade discount. Trade discount is the discount that is on the list price, and trade discount will not show in our accounting books. It is only deducted from the MRP of the goods, but it is not shown in our accounting books. Cash discount is the discount that is deducted for the payment, means it is a discount that generally we do for encouraging our debtor or creditor for doing the early payments, and or to do the payment in the form of the cash, or we give this payment on paying the on receiving or paying the cash to the creditor or debtor. and it is shown in our accounting books. As you are seeing in this entry, there is a trade discount. This trade discount will not be shown in my accounting books. So what I will do of this trade discount? How I show this trade discount in my accounting books? What I do, my entry is list price of rupees 60,000. Trade discount is 10%. 10% of 60,000 is rupees 6,000. 60,000 का 10% 6,000 होता है. 60,000 minus 6,000 become 54,000. Means amount I have sold the goods at the amount of rupees 54,000. So entry will be done of this 54,000 only. We will not show that trade discount in my accounting books. How I will post this entry in my accounting books? The entry will be as it is in sale. Sale means revenue. Revenue means income, gain, revenue. All comes under the nominal account. And rule of nominal account is all the sale, all the revenue, all the income, all the gains will be come under the credit side. So sale will come under credit side. What I have received? I have receiving the cash. Means company is receiving cash for selling the goods. Cash account debit. So cash account will be debited. Sale account will be credited. So entry becomes cash account debit to sale account. Amount will come 54,000. I am again repeating. This is a trade discount. Trade discount, only amount we will deduct. We will not show this a discount in our accounting books. Entry will be done of 54,000. Entry will be cash account debit to sale account. Entry will be of rupees 54,000. What entry we will do in this case? Cash account debit to sale account. And entry becomes 54,000. Clear with this my point of view? This you have to do in your accounting books. Next entry I am discussing with you. That is on 11th April 2023, Vinod sold goods to us worth rupees 30,000 at the 10% credit discount. Vinod is sold goods to me. I am purchasing the goods from Vinod. And I am preparing my accounting book means I am preparing the company accounting books and Vinod is sold goods to the company. Means it is a purchase for the company. Entry will be purchase account debit to cash account. That you have to think. Don't get confused. Don't make the entry of sale in this case. Because entry is Vinod sold goods to us. Vinod ने हमें goods बेचे हैं. Means we have purchased it. We are making our accounting books. So our point of view will be mine only. I have told you earlier also. Whose accounting books you are making, the point of view will be taken of that person only. You have to see the entries from that point of view only. You are making your company accounting books. You have to see from your company point of view. Vinod is selling you means you are purchasing. So in your accounting books, it will be the purchase. And purchase will be debit. Purchase account debit to cash account. But in this entry, the name of the Vinod is given. But no cash word is given. CSH. If in the entry, general entry, the name of the person is giving and no name of like cash is giving, we will consider it as the credit entry. Credit entry means we have not given the cash and goods have been sold by Vinod. What is Vinod? Vinod means Vinod debit the receiver, credit the giver. Vinod is giving the goods to the company. Vinod is the personal account and Vinod becomes credit. So what entry we will do in this case? We will do in this case purchase account debit to Vinod. What amount will come in this account, in this entry? The amount will be, as a trade discount, amount is of 30,000. The 10% of 30,000 is 3,000. We will deduct the 3,000 amount from 30,000. It becomes 27,000. Means the purchase account debit to Vinod account entry will be done of 27,000. Purchase account debit to Vinod account entry of both side amount will be of 27,000. This 3,000 will be deducted from the amount will not be shown in my accounting books as trade discount will not be shown in my accounting books. Trade discount will be deducted from the list price but we will not show it in our general books. Remember it. As Vinod is selling goods to the company, as company is purchasing it, purchase account will be debited. As word CSH cash is not written, not any information about the cash is given in my general entry and name of the person is giving. So in this case, the entry will be done in the name of the person. Person name is Vinod and Vinod is the giver because it is come under the personal account, and the rule of the personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So entry we will done. What entry we will done? Purchase account debit to Vinod account. On 18th April 2023, return goods to Vinod at the list price of rupees 2000. I have purchased the goods from Vinod and I am giving him back. I have purchased it at 10% credit discount and it is written as a list price. Means 2000 का 10% credit discount I have taken. 2000 by 200 credit discount I have taken means I am returning the goods of rupees 1800. So I am returning the goods to the Vinod. The entry becomes Vinod account debit to purchase account because I am returning back the goods. Stock is returning. I have purchased. Now I am returning it. In this case, the entry becomes Vinod account debit to purchase. Entry will be done of 1800. Now I have purchased the goods of 27,000. I have returned of 1800. Goods remain with me is 27,000 minus 1800. It's near about 25,200. Means goods remain with me is of amount 25,200. Now in my next entry, on 22nd April 2023, paid cash to Vinod rupees 24,000 in full settlement. This entry I will discuss in my next lecture. For the today's session, you just have to remember till I have discussed today. Means when I purchase the goods of rupees 30,000, it is on credit discount of 10%, means 3,000 discount is there. When I have returned it on the list price, means I have taken the credit discount and returned goods of 1800. After this calculation, we will do it in my next lecture. We will start from there only. Just remember the session that I have discussed today, the entries that I have discussed today, opening entry that we have discussed, and the entries of purchase and sale. Thank you very much.